Phoebe, Phoebe, are you all right? Detective, I have to go to her. Just promise me one thing. Just promise me you'll find the person who did this. I promise. But look, Mrs. Hurdle, I'm going to need you to come down to the morgue tomorrow, to identify the body. Maybe you should ask someone to drive you, for emotional support or whatever. You might need a shoulder. The next morning, I'm sitting in the waiting area at the morgue with Marion Tochterman. She's a high-hair redhead with a voice that's just about smoked to death. A customer of Hair Today who agreed to be a shoulder. You think they mind if I smoke? Really? I don't see what difference it would make. Everyone here is dead. I mean, present company excluded. Hold on, I got my electric cigarette here. Hold on, it's in my bag. This is not a moment to go cold turkey. It's a very stressful time. Murder. Smart to make Ellen wait out in the car. She would not have been able to handle it. For starters, the lighting. It's brutal. They say it depletes your vitamin C, not to mention your will to live. And the decor, please. Reminds me of the Soviet Union, and not in a good way. Just so you know, honey, I'm not going in there. No, I don't want to view the body. It would kill me. And I don't want to remember him that way. I want to remember him the way he was. Alive. You know how we met, Leonard and me? I'm at the local CVS, browsing decongestants. When he walks up to me, and he says, 1984. And I'm thinking he's not more than 10 years old, so I know I didn't meet him in 84. Then he tells me this. He says, he can always tell a woman's heyday by her hairdo. He says, a woman hits on a moment in her life when everything falls flawlessly into place. Happy ever after and all that. When things change, the style stays. She repeats it like forever. And I'm thinking, 1984. Morty was alive. The kids, the car, the house. We were living the life. And I kept my hair that way to remind me. I haven't changed it since. Then Leonard, he hands me a little card for the salon and says, come see us. We'll bring you up to date. No, Leonard saw us. I mean, not as we were, but as we hoped to be. It was like he had a superpower, that kid. So I go to the salon. He's given me a shampoo, and he leans in real close, his breath fresh as a Tic Tac. And he says to me, Mrs. T, beauty may be in the eye of the beholder, but would it kill you to make a little effort? And then he hands me my new hair color, Clairol Raspberry Creme. I was like a new person, the person I always wanted to be. Then about 6 months later, he starts pestering me, starts pestering all the girls. Said we had to have at least one little black dress in our closet. It's de rigueur, he told us. He kept telling us this over and over. And he said it was for when we get invited to cocktail parties and the like. I told him, sweetie, honey, listen to me. These girls, they're more the white wine and Lexapro crowd. And parties, no. Most of us haven't been invited to a party since Reagan. And he says to me, Mrs. T, here's how it works. If you owned a little black dress, you would get invited to parties. Finally, I gave in. Ann Taylor, $129 on sale. The irony, of course, where's the first place I get to wear the dress? His funeral. I'm gonna miss that kid. No, he was something. I tried to warn him, Leonard, I did. Tone it down, honey. I said to him, the nail polish, the mascara, maybe not so much. He claimed he was just being himself. I said, all right, fine. Do you need to be so much yourself? I mean, he told me that if he stopped being himself, then the terrorists would win. How do you argue with a kid like that? And that's the thing, of course. We can't anymore. He's gone. You know, Detective, personally, I don't believe that everything happens for a reason. But I do believe that we have to find a reason for everything that happens. But this, honey, this business, the murder of a young boy like this, it's got me stumped.